Welcome to Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonzo. Today I will be your guide through history as we take a look at the magic of King Solomon. Moving right along, mythology tells us one thing, while archaeology tells us another. We all know that Solomon, son of David, was arguably the greatest king of ancient Israel. After all, he is reputed to have built the great temple to the supreme god Yahweh, which stood as a marvel in the ancient world for over 400 years. Tradition has it that Solomon was the author of several biblical books, including Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Songs. He was admired for his wisdom, wealth, and a united kingdom of Israel. Solomon led an illustrious life. He had 700 wives and 300 concubines in his harem. He was also the lover of the enchanting Queen of Sheba, who bore him a son whom they named Menelik. According to the Ethiopian tradition of the Kebra Nagast, the glory of kings, Menelik was a practicing Jew who founded a dynasty that ruled for a millennium. The Ethiopians also believe that Menelik returned home with the Ark of the Covenant. Did you know that King Solomon was also a horse fancier who owned a magnificent stable? Tradition has it that it was he who first bred the beautiful and majestic horses of the desert, which we herald as the Arabian. Based on Chronicles 9:25, the king had 12,000 horses and 4,000 chariots. However, did you know that he also possessed great magic powers, which he used to do his bidding? According to rabbinic literature, on account for his modest requests for only wisdom, God also rewarded Solomon with riches and an unprecedented glorious realm. The Seal of Solomon is the legendary signet ring attributed to Solomon in medieval mystical traditions. From this, developed in parallel with Jewish mysticism and Western occultism. In religious lore, the ring is described as having given Solomon the power to command the supernatural and also the ability to speak to animals. It eventually came to be seen as an amulet or a talisman. This belief proved to be prevalent in medieval magic, Renaissance magic, occultism, and alchemy. Other magical items attributed to Solomon are his key and his table. The lesser key of Solomon was seen by the Christians as a grimoire, which is a book of spells. The common belief was that Solomon used his ring to capture demons. In this way, the king would force these evil spirits to give him incantations to combat evil. According to rabbinical legend, with such powers at his disposal, Solomon elicited the aid of angels in helping him build the first temple. Through the power of his ring, Solomon also compelled 2 angels to tell him every mystery he desired to know. This then enabled Solomon to miraculously move the large heavy stones where they were then settled into their respective places. How then did Solomon cut these massive stones? Solomon had them hewed by means of a shamir. This was a mythical worm that, according to the Midrash Telehim, was brought from paradise by Solomon's famed eagle. Early adherents of the Kabbalah portray Solomon as having sailed through the air on a throne of light placed on an eagle. Many such legends abound of the magical powers of the king. Was King Solomon a Freemason? Masonic rituals refer to King Solomon and the building of his temple. This is because Masonic temples are an allegorical reference to Solomon's temple. However, there is no verifiable evidence that Freemasons had anything to do with the majestic place of worship. For that matter, the Freemasons were not even founded until June 24, 1717, in London, England. This brings us to the end of The Magic of King Solomon. What do you think about the powers of King Solomon? Fact or fantasy? Thank you for joining us for this special edition of Traveler's Tales. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. We also greatly appreciate those of you who become a friend of Traveler's Tales. Until we meet again at the crossroads of folklore and fact, Cartistos.